Hello friends, welcome to SahuStudies. In this video, we are going to discuss about combined by key function in Scala. So what is combined by key function? So combined by key function is a transformation function. It performs operation on pair RDD. So whenever there is a requirement to do any kind of a transformation, so we can use combined by key function. But one of the things we need to keep in mind that combined by key function works in pair RDD. So it's a wider transformation, so it requires shuffle. But good thing about combined by key is that the shuffle operation takes place at the last stage. It is a generic function to combine the element of each key using custom set of aggregate function. So if there is a requirement to do a custom aggregation, so we can write a custom aggregation function and we can apply that custom aggregation function with the help of a combined by key. So combined by key will going to perform that custom aggregation function on each and every element of each key. One of the main advantage of combined by key transformation is that it transforms in the pair RDD key value pair to RDD key, and where C is the result of any types of transformation. So generally we take the pair RDD which we have already discussed, that is taking key and value pair, and it will going to convert the output into the RDD. In the RDD, that is the key. Key will be whatever the key which present in the input pair RDD. But the C, no, C it could be any aggregation type, min, max, existing aggregation, or you want to do any kind of other aggregation. You can write that aggregation in a function, and we can use that aggregation function with in combined by key. Let's move to the next slide. So here I am going to do an exercise where I can show you how we can use combined by key function in Scala. So here I am just importing the Spark session. Here I am just importing the required functions. So here I am importing all the functions. Here I am just creating a list, and the list has objects with the help of a key and value. So see, the data which is present in the list is key and value. This is the management and it's the value. Again, this is a key and the value. For operation, this is a key, this is the value. For marketing, this is a key, this is value. This is a key and this is the value. With the help of this list variable, I am going to create this RDD with the help of a Spark context and the method name is the parallelize, and by passing this list object which contains the data. Once this RDD gets created, then I'm just creating three functions. This one, and this one. First function is known as a create combiner. So here I'm just passing one variable, and I'm just returning the variable with same variable, and I'm also returning one. So two things I'm just returning here. Here I am just creating one function known as AP merge value. In here I am just passing one parameter, that is AP accumulator, and the type is int and int. And I'm also passing one parameter known that is the AP element, and the type of the AP element is int. And what I'm just doing, I'm just taking the first value of this AC accumulator and adding it with the AP element, and here what we are just doing, we are just taking the second value of the accumulator and just putting one over there, means adding one over there. Here we are just merging the combiner. So here we are just passing two accumulator 1 and accumulator 2. Both has the int data type. And here what I'm just doing, I'm just taking the value of accumulator underscore 1 and accumulator 2 underscore 2. We are adding it, and here also we are also adding it by taking the value of underscore 2. So value 1 would be underscore 1 would be key, and underscore 2 would be value. Here I am just on top of that RDD, I am just calling this map function. On the top of the map, what I'm just doing in the map function, I am defining one variable and I am fetching the variable which is present at the first underscore one, that the first position, and this is underscore two, that is the second position. So this is the key. And underscore one has the key, and corresponding value is AP. Corresponding value means this is this key is at the first position, and this key is underscore which is present underscore two. This is the value part. And on top of that, whatever the RDD is getting created with the help of this map function, on top of that RDD, I'm just calling this combine by key function and passing three functions. And it will going to it will do some aggregation, and it will going to put all the aggregated value in this RDD. So let's do this exercise in Databricks, and once we have done the exercise, we will just going to see the output, and we will again see in the detail which kind of output it will going to generate and why that output will going to generate with the help of a combine by key function. So let's go to the Databricks. Let me create a notebook. Let me give the notebook as combine by key function. So to perform this exercise, we need some data. So I have already created a list which contains the required data in the form of key and value. So this list has been defined successfully. Let's import the required library. Import org.apache.spark.spark session. Now let's import the required functions. Import org.apache.spark.sql and that dot function, and let's import all the function. Now let's create a RDD. How we are going to create the RDD? On the top of the spark context dot parallelize function, and let's pass the object which contains the data. So here this is the list which we have defined it. Let's pass that list here. So all the data which is present in this list now also available in this RDD. Now let's to perform combine by key, we need to create three functions. So let me define it. First one is AP create combiner, and we are passing one value which is of int type, and we are returning AP value and 1. Run it. Okay. What the mistake I have made? Okay. This AP value. Okay. Here we need to put this one. Okay. So this function has been created, defined successfully. Let's create merge value function. AP merge, and here we are defining the accumulator. And the type of the accumulator is int int, and second is AP element, and type of the element is int. And what we are doing here, we are saying that AP accumulator AP dot underscore one plus AP element and this AP accumulator dot underscore 2 plus 1. Let me run it. This merge value function has been defined successfully. Let's define the merge accumulator. Merge accumulator. And here we are defining accumulator 1 and accumulator 2. And what we are doing here, we are saying that we can see here what we are doing here, accumulator 1, accumulator 2. So what we are doing here, we are doing, take the first dot underscore 1 plus here take this one dot underscore 1, sorry, underscore 1. Now same thing we need to do for second underscore second as well. So here it would be 2 and here it would be, let's run it. Okay, let me put into the bracket this is small bracket, now it will work. So these three functions has been defined successfully. We're going to use these three functions whenever I am going to use combine by key. Let me create a variable AP combine by key RDD. What I'm going to do on top of the AP RDD, I'm going to call this map function. Top of the map I am passing AP value, and what I'm just returning I am returning AP value. I'm returning AP dot underscore 1, sorry, underscore 1, and then what I'm just returning underscore 2, and on top of that I am just calling this combine by key function and passing these three functions which I have defined here. One is the create combiner, second is merge value, and the third is merge accumulator. Okay, so this combiner function has been called successfully. Let's print this RDD and then we will discuss. print dot collect dot for each println. So we can see here what we are doing here. First, let me explain it. Okay, from here. So on top of this RDD, we are going to call this map function, and we are fetching the key and the value, because data is stored in the key and the value. No, here the data is stored in the key and value. So at the first position, key will be there. At the second position, value sorry, value would be there. So that's why we are just, with the help of the map, we are doing, and this map will going to create another RDD which has this kind of a values. Now on top of that RDD, I am just calling CombineByKey function and passing these three functions which we have defined above. So based on that, what it is, what the CombineByKey is doing, CombineByKey is taking the key, and based on the key it is doing a count as well as it is doing a sum aggregation. So we can see IT is a key, this is the value, right? 140 is the sum aggregation and 5 is the count, the number of records which is present in this this partition. We can say the partition which has IT as a value. Management, this for management, this is the sum aggregation, this is the count. For marketing, this is this is the sum aggregation and this is the count. For the operation, this is the sum aggregation and this is the count. So in this exercise, what we have done, we have seen how we can going to use CombineByKey function. Okay, and suppose if there is a requirement that the output is different, whatever the input it would be, then we need to use CombineByKey function. So let's go to the PPT. Thank you. If you like content of my video, then please subscribe my channel, like it, comment on it, and press the bell icon to get notification whenever I add videos.